global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. Right now all eyes seem to be on the Senate as Nigerians await their final verdict over the declaration of state of emergency made by the president to Rivers State and suspension of Fubara, the sitting governor of Rivers State, replacing him with a sole administrator. Even before the Senate gives the approval, the president Bola Ahmed Tinubu already sworn the sole administrator in, and it seemed to have started working in earnest. Allocations of Rivers State have been released fully for him to begin with. Of course, he has made a speech. But right now, a lot is happening right now. Many Nigerians are, pleading that there should be live streaming of the plenary as they watch their senators and lawmakers and green and red chamber vote either for or against. But while that is going on, of course, the South Governors Forum has spoken, but meanwhile, one of the strong human rights activists, human rights lawyer, could not hold back and decided to make this open. It looks as if Nigerians truly are awakening to the harsh reality of where we are in right now. As Inebehe effiong has said that the Supreme Court decided that the statutory allocations due to Rivers State should be withheld because the governor did not recognize the House of Assembly and did not present the budget before the said House for passage. Now, President Tinubu claims that Governor Fubara, who had written to the same House to enable him present the budget, had failed to obey the Supreme Court. The same Tinubu went ahead to appoint a sole administrator after suspending a governor, a deputy governor, and the members of the House of Assembly. Now, we are reading that the withheld allocations will be released to the sole administrator, who is nothing but an impostor concocted capriciously by the president. So the allocations were withheld because there was no House of Assembly, or the governor did not recognize the House and did not present the budget. But you have not suspended, now I take that again, but you have now suspended both the governor and the House and proceeded to appoint a sole administrator and handed over allocations to the sole administrator. How do we reconcile this, he asked. If it was right for the allocations to be withheld because there was no House of Assembly or due to the governor's refusal to present budget before the House, on what legal, moral, or logical basis are you releasing the same allocations to a sole administrator after suspending the governor and the House? He asked. Is the sole administrator a constitutional substitute for the House of Assembly and the governor? Is this shenanigans all about stealing the allocations of Rivers State? Is that what this impunity is all about? Which budget will the sole administrator now use to appropriate the allocations of Rivers State? State funds and allocations cannot be appropriated without being enabled by an appropriation law. Section 120, that's Section 120 and 121 of the Constitution are very explicit on this. Tinubu has defecated on the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Everybody is talking, and in all sincerity, well-meaning Nigerians are saying it the way it is. But let's find out what the South Governors Forum are saying, because this affects their region as well. And many Nigerians believe that if they're poaching an opposition party, maybe the next is going to be Ondo, Osun, and every other state that PDP hosts will. But Rivers is quite a big state with big population. It hosts economic hub and a big economic stand. There's a lot to gain if you hold on to Rivers. But let's find out what the South Forum, South Governors Forum has got to say. That the South Governors Forum notes the 6 months declaration of state of emergency in Rivers State, a constituent part of our forum, and the suspension of 2 democratic institutions. We recognize the president's constitutional duty to maintain law and order throughout Nigeria, just as we are equally mandated to securing peace and stability in our state. However, the South Governors Forum expresses concern that the current political situation in Rivers State does not satisfy the criteria for declaring a state of emergency as outlined in Section 305, subsection 3 of the Nigerian Constitution as amended. Now, this section suggests that such a declaration should be considered under specific conditions like war, external aggression, imminent invasion, breakdown of public public order, existential threat to Nigeria, natural disasters, or other significant public danger. It is also worth noting that the Constitution outlines specific procedures for the removal of a governor and deputy governor as detailed in Section 188, and similar provisions exist for the removal of members of the House of Assembly and the dissolution of Parliament. In the current situation, it appears that these guidelines might not have been fully considered. We believe that the political dispute in Rivers State between governor and the House of Assembly should ideally be resolved through legal and constitutional means rather than by executive fiat. A path forward. Now, they said that to reduce tension and establish a foundation for enduring peace, we propose the rescission of the state of emergency. In the meantime, we encourage all parties to remain calm, uphold peace and the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The moment for dialogue is actually now. Of course, this is signed by His Excellency Diri, Governor of Bayelsa State and Chairman of the South-South Governors Forum. Governors are also speaking. The former governor, Rotimi Amechi, also spoke concerning this matter. My colleague is in the house. You heard what Inebehe is saying and the South-South Governors Forum are saying. What's your take?
My take is, and so. That's my take, and so. And that's exactly what they're saying. And so, what would you be able to do? You understand? It's as unfortunate as that. Now, Nigeria, one of the things about Nigerians are we are very good in ranting. If anything happens, we can rant the whole earth. Now, if it happens to an individual and the ranting starts, the security agencies and some other key bodies can run in to save the day. But when it happens that the man who regulates everything in the country is, exhibiting any form of executive rascality, there's nothing anybody can do. That's how bad our constitution. I think that's some of the reason why most people had called for a reamendment, or we need a brand new constitution, because unfortunately, if it gets to a point where this executive rascality is being shown, the president start making use of his executive orders and all of us executive rights anyhow. There should be a part where you can drag him to court, and then the court will give an ex parte. That's I'm trying to look at a very ideal global situation when it comes to democracy, and then they will give an ex parte order and say, "Oga, sole administrator, halt. This guy will still be in office until these things are rectified," and then we dive into the constitution. But unfortunately, the situation we found ourselves, the judiciary is under the executive.
Even
the legislature is under. Now imagine what just happened. A situation whereby the president has not even waited for these guys to approve his state of emergency request, has gone ahead and said, "Oga, sole administrator, go ahead and start your work, and everything is going to run in accordance to my demands." I mean, where are we heading? If the judiciary cannot, or the legislature cannot say, "Sir, we've not done this thing," or everything should hold there. That's how ideal the situation should be. Or you go in and talk to the president and say you are trying to go too far. But unfortunately, the rubber stamp legislature are totally answerable to him. Unfortunately, everybody is answerable to the president. So if president goes haywire, that's where we're going to find ourselves. That's why I my first response, and so coming on social media, on this thing to rant and all of that, can't we look for a more ideal thing to do that can, so practical, that can say, "Oga, everything is on hold right now until things are done right"? That is the only thing that will make a great deal of sense. I can assure you that with what is happening, all what they just need to do is to do small here and there in other PDP states, especially those that they don't align with. Because there are some of them, when I saw president go to a place like, because I was expecting the president to go to Rivers State at a point. So I want to talk to you people. I want to talk to everybody. The overall gas, or that's the traditional rulers, everyone. I want to talk to you, former governors. I want to have a meeting with you guys. Let's see how we can rectify this. Go down to Rivers State. There is no place in the constitution that they say the president must stay permanently in Aso Rock. He can move around to those places. That's why we told you should oversee all the affairs of Nigeria. You go down there. They have come to you. Go down there and see things for yourself. Ask questions. Get to hear from different. But okay, today I'm going to have a meeting with traditional rulers. Tomorrow I'm going to have a meeting with political stakeholders. The next tomorrow I'm going to have a meeting with all the ex-governors. The next tomorrow I'm going to have a meeting with all the ex-ministers. And then also these two guys who are involved in this Wahaha. Let's have a meeting and let's talk. Let's look at a situation whereby the people of River State will not suffer, because this is strictly between you and the other fellow. But unfortunately, he stays up there and makes his decision, and nobody questions his decision. Now that this thing has gone this way, very soon, we can't predict it, but a lot of politicians and political predictors are saying that maybe Osun will be the next place. Before you know, they keep hitting, and everybody come. No, now everything they will just be sitting down. The people like Wike who had use such languages, heaven would not fall. We'll keep using it. Oh God, do it. Heaven will not fall, because they know who Nigerians are. Now we are about to embark on 2027 elections.
With this,
there are a lot of things that should be learned from the 2023 election.
it's worse now.
And now we are going to do it, and this person is already on scene. How can we be so sure that everything will go the way it should be? You understand? Is this going to be another period of selection? I mean, so much to say here, but I'm just wishing that the key stakeholders, they will wake up, and possibly, if it means to cancel this constitution, let's look for something that is more demanding. And even on the issue of that Senate and House of Rep, something should be done about, because the situation whereby the president rubber stamp every week, it makes no sense. If the president say, oh, let's sell Nigeria, senator will stamp, everybody will stamp, and then we sell Nigeria. They say let's give a part of this country to as slaves to another country. Everybody will stamp. Yeah, let's stamp. They give it up.
Oh, they do
Come on,
small bribe here and
Come
there.
on.
Well, that's